everybody, it's me, Donna. It's Thursday. I hope you're all doing really good. I've been crocheting. I like it. And I'm almost done with the first ball of yarn. It's hot today, but I'll be glad when it cools down. The weather's been crazy. A lot of places have been flooded. And they had tornadoes and all kinds of stuff. And it's crazy. But anyway, this is what I got left of the ball of yarn. And this is what I'm working on. I got it 2 pieces. This is 2 balls right here so far. Yeah. And this is 1 ball. And it's not even done yet, but you don't get that much. But it's going to be nice once I get it done. And this color here, it has pink, gray, and white in it. Got pink, gray, and white in it. I think it's pretty. It's going to be nice. But, yeah. So I'm working on it. It's nice and soft. Nice. Hold a minute. I got to pick up the yarn. I dropped it. Okay. I got to pick up the yarn. I dropped it. Anyway, this is what a full ball of yarn looks like. Look. This is it. It says, this stuff says, Baby Bee. Adorable ball of yarn. Pink, white, multiple. And it's 3.5. And its yards is 92 yards. Yeah, that's it. It's not bad. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. And I'm also working on this, but I stopped for a while, but I need to start again. This is going to be the doily. That's going to be so cool when I get it done. But, yeah. And then I got this yarn here. I think I showed this to you the other day. It's like, green, white. It's like light colors. So, this here is going to be a scrubby thing that you use in pots. And, so I ran out of this green down here, right? So now I'm just mixing it, because this is for scrubby your pots. So what you do is you take 2 balls of yarn and you crochet them together, and that's how you get your thickness. And it seems like it's better with 2 balls instead of 1, because like one's real fine and then the other one's thicker. Yeah, so it works out pretty good. But they got this new movie. It's called The Sound of Freedom, and it's talking about children and stuff, and them being all the different ways that they are abused, sexually, killed, different things and stuff. And I haven't seen the movie yet. I would like to see the movie. I think some of it is on YouTube and stuff. So you can go to YouTube and look it up, and you can see the beginning part, like the trailer and stuff of the movie. But I don't know why like today's show doesn't talk more. They talk about like the Barbie movie, and they talk about like fluffy movies. They do a lot of fluffy movies. And this, I guess, The Sound of Freedom is like a hard movie, because they're just trying to be light and fluffy, on today's show and stuff. Anyway, then we'll talk about Joe Biden's son, Hunter. The drugs have been in America for a long, long time, and they've only gotten worse and stuff. And even rich kids get on drugs. And then they bring it all in here. They got all these people coming from other countries, and you know that they're bringing stuff in. They're bringing stuff in like cocaine and different things. And they say they found cocaine at the White House and stuff like that. But it's a national, it's an epidemic. It's a crying shame that we have so many drugs, that we have so many children that are hooked on drugs. And it didn't start like last week for Hunter. It started like when he was probably a teenager and he started drinking and stuff, and then smoking pot, and then went to harder and different stuff. And his family does have money, so that he can afford more drugs and stuff like that. And it's just life. I mean, it's not life. It's a horrible. It's horrible. Well, they had drugs when I was a teenager. And they had people, they asked me if I wanted to try some stuff. And I told them no. I did tell them no, thank God, because I mean, I would be in horrible shape if I had said yes. Because I had enough problems without drugs. And if I would have done drugs, I would have had more problems. And who needs more problems? You know? And my family sure didn't need more problems. We had enough of them in our family. Enough problems. So, yeah, this is like, and drugs are horrible, and they come in all different shades. They have so much stuff. They have stronger drugs than they used to have. They got more stronger drugs. They got harder drugs, you know. I don't think pot's that bad if you have an illness or something. Like if you have eye problems or if you have seizures or something like that, or you're a cancer patient and stuff, you know, because pot can help you with your appetite and stuff like that. Um, but some of the other stuff like cocaine and crack cocaine and some of the other stuff, all that other stuff and stuff you shoot up, that's all bad. And and it's horrible. It's just the epidemic. And I know that everybody, even if you're rich or you're poor, you know somebody, you probably know a couple people who are hooked on drugs, who have drug problems. And once you start doing that stuff, once they start doing that stuff, it's like they're drowning. And then they're trying to drown everybody with them. All their family members are being drowned too in the process because they're enabling them or they're trying to save them. But once they get that bad, it's hard to save them. And then they try to go to rehab and stuff like that. And the way it sounds is like Hunter has been in rehab like at least 4 or 5 times. I don't even know how many times. But not everybody can afford rehab like 5 or 6 times. But you know, it's really hard. This is really hard subject. And you know, people who get on drugs and have these kind of problems, they start stealing from their people. They start hurting people, not intentionally in the beginning, but slowly they start doing things that they thought that they would never do. And I'm sure a lot of these people that get stuck on drugs in our nation never thought that that would happen to them. They never thought that they would end up being a druggie. And that is really, really sad. And this is going to be my video today. I know it's a tough subject and stuff. And then they're just losing their potential in life, the stuff that they wanted to do, their drugs and alcohol or whatever they're doing, whatever kind of drugs are their favorites or whatever. Maybe they're living on the street because drugs have took them down to that level. They have just hit rock bottom. Usually they say when you hit rock bottom with drugs, there's only one way to go, and that's up. But some people die. They die from drugs, which is really sad, you know. Really, really, really sad. And I think we should just take a couple minutes to say a prayer for all the people who have gotten on drugs and our poor nation that needs God's help to get off of drugs, to get our nation back to looking what it should look like, you know. And hopefully that'll happen. I don't know if it will or not. I hope it will. But it just seems like there's so much stuff nowadays that is going on in the world that is not right, is not proper. It's destroying us, destroying America. We don't want America to be destroyed because we're the greatest country in the world. We are the greatest country in the world because we have freedom. Freedom. Well, we should have freedom. I mean, they're trying, every day they cut away a little bit more of that freedom. But hopefully, You know, this drug problem, that is the worst. That is the worst. And then all these children being hurt and being abused sexually. They kill children. It's all kinds of stuff. So go see that movie, Sound of Freedom. It's supposed to be really good. And I don't know why. I don't know why the news people aren't talking about it. I don't know why Today's Show isn't talking about it. I don't know why Today's Show isn't talking about how our nation has such a bad drug and alcohol problem or drug problem, and that all this stuff is coming in on the borderline, this fentanyl and all this other drugs. And I think it's time that America, that somebody out there starts talking about this stuff, that they start saying, blowing the whistle, ringing the bell, telling everybody, it's time. Time, time. We need, and some of these really good movies that we should be talking about. How about that one where they had the 60s and the hippies and stuff, and then they started going to church. The hippies started going to church, and then they all got saved and good things started happening and stuff. These are the kinds of things that we should be talking about. These are the kinds of movies that we should be talking about. Yeah, Barbie movie's great. I mean, it's not bad. And Mario movie's okay. But we should also be talking about The Sound of Freedom, the one about people getting saved, going to the church, maybe even that was in the 60s and stuff, how more people need to believe in God, need to turn their lives around, get saved, whatever it takes to turn their lives around. Because sometimes you just can't do it by yourself. You can't change your drug problem by yourself. You need God. My mom, I remember when I was young, she didn't do drugs, but she was smoking cigarettes, and she did say a prayer, and she asked God to help her, and then she did stop smoking and stuff. She stopped smoking. She believed that her prayer was answered. She did believe in God, and that changed her life for the better. Her life was so much better after that. And that was just one thing that she changed. And then a year later, she changed something else. I mean, it's a miracle. There are miracles. And when you pray and you ask God to help you, there are miracles, and He will help you. Okay. This is going to be my video, and I love you all, and I want you all to have good lives. I want you to meet good people in your lives. I want you to have good role models. I want you to go places and do things that you would be proud of. And if you know people that are doing drugs and they're in your family and stuff, everybody knows somebody who does drugs in their family that they say, oh my God, that's just a poor old soul. I am so sad. But you know what? You got to pray for those people. You got to pray for your neighborhood. You got to pray, 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 pray. You got to ask God to help our nation, our people in our nation, the people that are coming into our nation. We need to pray for the people who do us wrong, the people that do bad things. We need to pray for everybody. It doesn't matter what color, what skin color you are, what nationality you are. We need to pray for everybody. And this is my video, and I love you all, and I'll talk to you later.